Do not adjust that dial. You are seeing correctly. I picked up a signal fan. Man, check this thing out. Now, I've been trying real hard not to buy any fans. And aside from the Galaxy we just grabbed for parts, or maybe to keep it, who knows what we'll do with that. But I also had seen this. This is 2 speeds high and low, in and out. So it's a forward and reverse fan that has a signal symbol on the front and the back. We'll take a look at that in a second. And it's pretty incredible. This has been it had been on Craigslist for a while, frankly, up in north of this state in particular, and for $10. And I kept passing on it because I really don't need to buy any more fans. And finally, since I was already going to pick up one fan, the Alaska we grabbed, I figured I'd give the guy a call. Old guy. It was real interesting to talk to him. I'll talk more about that. And I haven't even had it upside down to see if it has all feet on it. So let's take a closer look at this thing. There's a couple of interesting things to see. All right, so we're here with the back side of the signal. Has a badge on the rear grille as well. Big, huge giant motor. It looks like it's been cleaned up. This might have been dirtier than it was. The gentleman I got it from he talked the fan up quite a bit. He loved this thing. He'd had it for many years. He told me that he got it from the original owner. I asked him if he had it since it was new. He said no, that he bought it from the owner that had it originally in 1964. And it was probably a 5-year-old fan at that time. It was probably made in 1960, 1959. I'm not an expert on these at all. I just have wanted to find one for a while. The grille's okay. There's a broken dealie here that needs to be pushed away from the blades. They're not hitting. It ran good. It's a 2-speed reversible. We have in and out. Pretty nice, solid little switch. Not sure if this is the original knob. It could not be. Don't really care. It's got a really cool metal handle that moves up and down. That's pretty neat. There doesn't seem to be a spring. Maybe at one point there was a spring on it. Pull it back down, but hard to say on that. But that's pretty cool. There's another area here that's not utilized, probably for a thermostat. You know how these old fans were. Let's see if there's feet on it. I have not had this upside down yet. Let's see if it has feet. As I had sort of suspected, there are no feet on the bottom. I sort of knew that already. There's some sort of gunk on there. Maybe some sort of animal feces. Gross! Peel that off. There were feet on here, as you can see. It does, however, have a grommet, which is nice. So I believe it's the original cord. It matches color-wise. It seems okay. As you can see, she's blowing in the wind right now, which, as we know, is a good sign. There's your switch box because it's on its side. All right, let's run it real quick. All right, a little better view here, sunlight-wise, and we can see. Good news, there is an oil port. There's a little oil tube. You can see. So that's good. There's one on the front as well. So we'll oil this. Signal fan, pretty cool. 2-speed reversible. Something interesting on the front we'll take a look at. The grill's a little wonky. It's touching here. These are a little out of alignment. So the grills will need a little attention. More on the front. One thing that's kind of interesting on our signal fan that I noticed is that there are these paddles attached to the blades. Obviously to move air through the motor. I've never seen anything quite like that. They're usually integrated in some other way, but they appear to be attached inside the blade hub. Very interesting. I'm having a hard time getting you a picture of that. At some point, if we have this thing apart, we'll take a look at that. But yeah, there's these paddles that are attached to the blade hub, but they're not attached on the outside. Very interesting. A lot of the signal fans have a different blade hub, different blade set, although looks similar in the case department. So this could be later, this could be earlier. I don't really know how it relates to those other signals. Probably a little later, and they might have made this design and then found out the engine motor wasn't cooling well enough because there's no openings, and they might have attached these who knows? Maybe you know a lot about these signals and you can give us some information. Let's plug him in and run him. We do in fact have what appears to be the original cord in pretty good condition. And the gentleman I got the fan from was adamant about its originality. He said that the fan probably has 10 hours on it at the most. He said he got it unused pretty much and that he's only used it a handful of times. Now it doesn't really look like that. It looks like it's been used a little more, but irregardless, $10, how can you beat it? I mean, I don't have a signal yet, and you know, these are unusual, so it's kind of nice. Whether or not it doesn't seem to have any forward back bearing play when I put it in the car. The blades, it seems like it's got thrust washers anyway. So let's plug it in and run it. Alright, so sorry for all the wind noise. If you're seeing this video, it wasn't that bad. Otherwise, I'm going to have to reshoot all this. But she's on in towards you. That's high. The blades are a little out of balance. You can see, I can see it. It shakes, and I can see it from in there. Took a fall, maybe, you know? It runs quiet. This is low. Pretty slow on low there. We'll go to off. And then we'll flip it to reverse and we'll go to high again. That's not, was it reversing? Okay, let's wait. What are we doing here? Alright, so that was reverse. It says in, but it's pushing that way. Okay, so that's the direction we were in, and it was pushing away from us. It's brand new to me, so I wasn't paying that close attention. So this was, in was pushing air out. Now we go to out, and it's going to turn this way to send air towards us. And the wind is going to help with that too. Blades are a little out of balance. Shakes a tad. Low. Slows down quite a bit on low. A little slower than is probably intended. We'll go back to high. Here's the signal running. You know, it's a little beat up paint-wise. It has a mount for a stand. Who knows if it ever was. We got some scuffing on the side. You know, we got to work on the grill. The piece sticking in. That's really bad. I don't really know. This doesn't seem to be any stickers on the motor. Not much rust in the bottom. A little bit of surface rust. Where the seam is there, you can see. Not terrible structural rust. And if we go around to the other side. Are this aluminum type material? They're not too rusty. Maybe it's stainless steel, probably. And then this side's a little nicer than the other side as far as being beat up. But there she is, you know. We'll go to off and do a spin down. It's a little windy, so that will affect it a little bit. Slows down a little quick, especially considering how heavy that rotor probably is in that giant signal motor. The guy I got it from, old guy with suspenders, really nice guy. Talked to him for a while. It was fun talking to him. You know, and I said, oh yeah, I take them and I clean them and pull the motor apart and oil it. And he said, oh, you shouldn't do that. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, a lot of times with old things like this, it's best to leave them as they are. And I mean, as you can see, it's got the original wiring. It's got a sort of a wiring harness type situation like the General Electrics do. And he knows damn well what goes into it. And he kept saying that this only has a few hours on it. I think whatever broke the rear grille hit the blades and did a little damage. But you know, it's a 60-year-old fan, or 50, whatever, I don't know, you do the math. But it's pretty cool, I like it, I like the colors. I want for one with the other blade set with the openings, like the Burns Air King I just picked up. But you don't see a lot of these. This is a really nice find. $10, the guy only wanted $10. As I was walking away with it, he's like, you got a good deal today, my friend. I said, yeah, I know, man, I appreciate it. So there you go, Signal fan, first one found. We will do our best to not buy another fan for a year. Let's try and go for a year. No more fans for a year. We're almost in September, so the summer's almost over. We're getting there. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you know whether this is earlier than the other ones, some of them have a diffuser grill. If this is one of the last of the Signals, what do you know about this? Let me know in the comments. It's a pretty cool fan. I'm glad to have found it. I'm glad it wasn't $100. You know, $10 is how you want to find them. So thanks a lot for watching. Signal fan. All right. Here's a little bit of a better view of the blade paddles. As you can see, it runs all the way in. Here's the other one. It's just very interesting. I've never seen anything quite like that. Are the other Signals the same? I don't think so, because they have the opening on the front. Very interesting. Anyway.